Today I'm showing you our new game, which is called Dark. Dark is a third-person stealth-based action-adventure game with RPG elements, and it's coming out for Xbox 360 and PC in the first quarter of 2013. So, in this game you're playing as a character called Eric Bain. Eric Bain is a former special unit member, and through some circumstances you will discover over the course of the story you have been transformed into a vampire, and you wake up in this nightclub-like environment which is called the Sanctuary, and your main mission goal is to uncover how you've become a vampire, how you've ended up here, and yeah, basically to become human again. That's your main goal. And as you can see, we're sporting really nice cel-shaded graphics here. We're really going for that graphic novel art style, very colorful, but still dark and mature. So the game is still in pre-alpha stage, so all the animation is just placeholder right now. We will have motion capturing animation in the finished game. So this nightclub, what it does basically, it acts as the central hub in the game, and you will always, after each mission, you will come back here and you will have several characters you can talk to, and they will tell you a bit more about the background story, give you information and give you your mission goals. Like this character right here, we can talk to him, and what he basically does, he will send us to the tutorial area of the game. We also have mission dialogue wheels like you would see in Mass Effect, so you can always have like different dialogue options. So this is like a backyard alley type level. It's the tutorial area. I can show you the basic gameplay mechanics. So, since you're a vampire, what you obviously want to do is you want to bite people. So you can do that by just pressing and holding down the Y button, which you can use to bite nearly every enemy you encounter in the game. And doing so will give you blood points. Blood points, they function as like your main life energy in the game, and they also function as your main energy source for the use of your vampire abilities. You will have several vampire abilities in the course of the game, and you can unlock them through killing enemies, which will give you experience points. So on your first playthrough you won't be able to unlock all the different vampire abilities, so you have to play the game several times. Right now we're shooting for a gameplay time of around 10 hours for the whole story campaign. So I will just show you now the basic stealth mechanics. It's important to mention that Dark is not a very action-focused game. There will be no weapons and no direct combat in the game. It's really stealth-focused. In our Rumford Studios, we are all huge fans of the old stealth games, like the old Splinter Cells, the old Thief games, and so on. So it's really a stealth-focused game, and all the vampire abilities you have really encourage the player to play it, to play through the levels undetected and to play it as a stealth game. So you have all your basic abilities here, like crouching, sneaking, getting into cover, and then you can also quickly switch between covers with just one press of a button, and we can use it to sneak around this guy here. You also have to be careful. Enemies can also hear you depending on the ground you're walking on or how fast you are, so you really have to slowly get in from behind, and then you can take him down. We will have several different finishing moves in the final game. You can also drag the dead bodies of your killed enemies so that they won't be detected. So this next guy over here, he guards the next passageway, and I can't get to him from the front. So what I want to do is I want to use my first vampire ability, which is called the Shadow Leap. Just by pressing A, you dissolve into a smoke cloud, and you can materialize behind your enemies and use it to kill them from behind. But you can also use it to quickly traverse the environment. Using this ability doesn't cost you any blood points, but it will have a cooldown, and the only way to override the cooldown is to use blood points. So you really want to balance that. This next area, there's an enemy who also, he's already seen me coming, so he will start firing at me, and there's no way for me to attack him from the front. So I want to use my second vampire ability, which is called the Shadow Kill. Just by pressing Y, I can directly kill him from the distance, which will always cost me 1 blood point. And after I've killed him, there's no way for me to drain his blood. So I have to really decide beforehand if I want to kill them or if I want to just fight them and get their blood. So with these abilities I've just now learned, I can clear the next area here where there are 3 enemies. I have just to wait for them to separate, so I can sneak in on this guy from behind and take him out. So as soon as I'm detected, there will be a white ring alerting me that somebody is spotting me. So I have to really get quickly behind cover. Oh, they have seen me now. So I have to really quickly take them out using my vampire abilities. So these were the basic gameplay mechanics of the game. And now we're getting back to the Sanctuary nightclub. And we want to go to the office where we will meet Rose. Rose is the female protagonist of the game, and she plays an important role in the story. And she also is like the love interest of the main character. And she also stays in radio contact with you during the missions, and she helps and guides you. So I just skip through the dialogue real quick.
No, it's okay.
So Rose now sent me on my next mission to a huge skyscraper where a company is based which is called the Geoforge Corporation. And the head of the Geoforge Corporation is actually a very powerful vampire lord, and I have to seek him out because he has information I need. So, and what we do with each level in Dark is that, like, the first part of each level we start out in very normal environments and spaces, and like halfway through each level things get crazier, and we like change up the gameplay style of each level and the environmental look of each level halfway throughout. So I want to just kill him here. And what I can show you right now is I jump ahead to the next area. As you work your way up through the building, you will eventually end up here in an area we call the Sky Garden. And the Sky Garden is a huge artificial park in the skyscraper, and there's a thunderstorm raging outside. And yeah, that's just to show you how we change the environment during the course of just one level. And it also changes the gameplay style, because in this environment it's much harder to spot the enemies and to find cover. So, and finally, I will show you the first encounter with another threat for the vampires, which is UV light. UV light is very dangerous for the vampires. It kills them really quick, and as long as you're in the UV light, you can't use your vampire abilities. So you really want to stay clear of that. And in the later part of the game, there will also be certain enemy types who use UV light against you. Like they will have portable UV light devices, which they will use against you. So yeah, that's basically the demo of Dark.
So he's vulnerable to UV light there?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go in there?
I can go in there.
Is there a boss in there? Yeah, let's see
You
what
can-
happens when he gets hurt.
I can, yeah, he will die. As long as I stay in the UV light, he will die. So I can show you one more thing.
Okay.
So eventually, after this, you will end up in the penthouse where you're looking for the Vampire Lord. And he's really made himself at home here. He has even brought his own coffin with him. So, and as you search through his apartment, you will eventually find a secret room right here with a bit of surprise in it. Because he likes to keep all the body parts of the enemies he has killed in his trophy room. Yeah, and it was a trap. They already knew I was coming, and now I have to deal with the new situation. So yeah, that was Dark from Runforge Studios for PC, Xbox 360, and it's coming out next year.